Good day, everyone. Today we are receiving Mr. Leonard B. van Betuw, which is CEO of QUATTRO Exploration. Mr. Betuw, good day.
Good afternoon.
We're not so used to have exploration in oil and gas, so but I'm quite comfortable with that because I've been working for Imperial Oil and I've been working in Alberta, so I know this region, but I don't know much about Guatemala, I guess, which is your other project.
Yes.
What is your biggest project?
Right now our largest project is Central Alberta, where we have over 75,000 acres, 40,000 of which are developed and producing natural gas. And for us, this is a large area for opportunity for remediation.
Which part of Saskatchewan is that?
This is in southeast Central Alberta, and then also we have an exploration property in the Williston Basin of Saskatchewan.
Okay, so that's the most mature project that you have. That's the one that's producing, the one that brings the money and the revenues and everything.
Yes, that along with Northeast British Columbia. Yes.
Okay, it's operational also in British Columbia.
Yes, we are. We have in the order of 500 barrels a day producing in the region of Fort Nelson, BC. So it's right in the fairway along with the larger parties in the area, but ours is deep, stable gas production, as opposed to the capital-intensive resource plays that everybody's familiar with.
Okay. And where will come your growth from? Is it from your new project or the actual project or both?
That and the new projects. The new projects, the Saskatchewan project is exploratory at this time. It's a 110,000 acre position in the Williston Basin, 55,000 acres net to us. We intend to drill an exploratory well this summer to test that play, which already has a proven Bakken resource within the region, as well as a bird bear production close by. So we're excited about that as being our next project to come online to complement our continuing growth within the East Central Alberta and Northeast British Columbia. So we feel we can gain a solid footing in these three regions, and then at that time we feel that we will have advanced our business plan to the degree that we want in Guatemala, where we can redirect free cash flow into Guatemala in 2015, 2016.
So that's not operational yet over there?
No, it is not.
Okay. And is that a big project? Is that something you need financing for?
At this time, we're, as a junior company, as we all know, it's to rely on the equity markets for fresh capital is a difficult one to allow a project to proceed. So we've taken a more measured approach, and with the growing cash flow, we feel confident that we'll be able to start executing on our exploration and development plans.
Using your own money?
Yes, using our own money.
Is that part of your plan also in BC and Saskatchewan? So
yes.
keeping the profit there and taking whatever is left to advance at a certain speed, so you always show profit?
It is simply that. It's one that majors are struggling with right now, trying to work within the means of their cash flow. It's the same challenge that you have as a junior, and we recognize that over 2.5 years ago that we couldn't rely on the equity markets. So we took the approach of making sure, we always wanted to make sure that shareholders were being rewarded. It's really forced us to be disciplinary. We've broken through now, been profitable for the last 3 years. And as a result of that, we're pleased to be able to, we've been making complementary acquisitions, and we're pleased to be breaking back into the drilling phase and expect to be introducing some additional drilling production here before year end. So with that, we're starting to feel very comfortable with the free cash flow that we're recognizing within the company.
the chart of your stock anyway shows a nice progression there. The stock has been there since about the end of 2010. So shareholders have been waiting, and you finally delivered, because we could see here the very clear evolution in your history. The stock's gone almost 95 cents, and then it is back to 50 because probably some of the profit taking. But you seems to be the correction seems to be over for us. It seems like you're preparing another offensive or something like that.
Yes. I think this is a great entry point for new investors, and hence I'm pleased to be speaking to you today, and feel very confident that we'll be showing continuing results that will certainly support something significantly higher for the company. And I think charts and analytical tools, no matter where it's coming from, are reflecting that. So it's exciting times for us as a company, and we're very comfortable and
tell us about
pleased.
the type of reserve that you have, the actual pit that you have. You're pumping good oil every day.
Yes.
In some cases you have 20% oil, 80% gas.
Yes.
How deep is this, and how big are those reserves, and how long they last?
Yeah. Right now we have a 9-year reserve life on the books at our current production rate. We continue to believe that we can replace those reserves plus increase our growth and maintain a 9 to 10 year reserve life. So it's a balance between having too much reserves on the books and underemploying capital. So we're a very knowledgeable team of over 250 man years within our core staff. So we've got an understanding of the matrix that needs to be balanced. So with that, the current production in Western Canada is rather shallow, conventional, low capital. So it's allowing us to work within our means. Our exploratory properties are bigger in scope. They have a greater impact to the company, and hence some would argue, why are we a public company? Why are we a private company? We have a material inventory of activities on the books and unbooked prospects that are starting to be realized within the official records and engineering of the company. So the balance in the plan is to be conservative with our cash flow and manage it, but be able to act on these opportunities internally within the company. So certainly with the right cash flow injection, our business plan, all we see is it being accelerated even further. But right now, what we've been showing the market is fully funded within the company's existing capital structure. So we're, again, quite comfortable about being getting invitations every day on what would we like to do to accelerate the plan.
So if you are not seeking for money, you're not going to issue any more shares. So what's the purpose of the actual roadshow you're doing right now? To get some more activity on your stock?
Yeah, we understand it's a public market, and it's our duty to get out and make sure that the public's aware of the company. We are a public company. It's not a private entity. And so that's the purpose today, is getting the shareholder knowledge out there. There is always individuals that would like to buy or sell their stock, and I think it's important that the buyers are educated on what the opportunity is, and that right now it may not be a trader's stock, but it's certainly an investor's opportunity, I think.
And which is the area you want to favorize in the next future? Is that more Guatemala, or are you looking for more in the BC, or it is mostly Saskatchewan? Because I'm a little bit confused about the three different projects.
Well, yeah, it is a challenge, but the reality is why we've done that is that we can be diversified. As natural gas continues to firm up, it's provided some great leverage for us as a company. Oil is much more portable, and we see a long-term benefit to us as a company, so we certainly are exposing ourselves to the oil. It's not that we don't have the capacity to grow our oil production. It's just that the opportunities for quick consolidations and acquisitions, as opposed to drilling new prospects, has been, we've had fortuitous opportunities in the last 3 months, so we've acted on them. So as a long term, the essence of having the 4 regions in Canada and the 5th region in Guatemala is diversity, so that as a company we can make sure we're meeting our targets regardless of weather, regardless of logistical problems, regardless of these small little hiccups that can happen in one particular region, and the shareholder doesn't have to feel like we're clawing ourselves out of the ground because we've had a failure or some delay in a project advancing in one particular area. So although we're small, we're setting ourselves up to be something that's much more of a stable, cash flowing business that has an opportunity to provide return to its shareholders.
And what the investor should be waiting for right now? What's the most important thing coming up? Is there any drilling somewhere or some result you're waiting for? Some new deals, some new claim you're buying or whatever? What are the next few things to come now?
Well, just as from the last 2 years, as you pointed out in our chart, we were just going through our planning stages. In the last 6 months, the market's starting to understand us as a company and our cash flow capacity. I think what we're excited about is that we'll be continuing to do what some would call boring housekeeping, but we'll be getting into the drilling phase of our business. And most of our drilling is development drilling, so the risk is low, but we're all very accomplished explorationists within the company, including myself as a geophysicist. So we will be making 1 or 2 exploratory wells along the way. On roughly for every 10 wells, we expect to drill 1 exploratory well over the next 3 years, with an overall program of approximately 48 wells from now till the end of 2016.
Spread in all properties or more concentrated in one place?
We'll be concentrating on 1 heavy oil property that we've got booked right now. But we truly believe that with some exploration success that we're agnostic to which region it is. It really is about cash flow and making money and managing the properties and directing capital to the region that deserves it most. So although we're quite excited about all 4 of our regions in Canada and Guatemala as well as the 5th, it's really about those areas performing the way that they're expected to. So.
But does that mean that your burn rate is going to increase over the next few months?
Yes, yeah. Our burn rate will increase to an order of $18 million over the next 12 months. That burn rate only represents 65% of our cash flow. So we're still, again, working within our cash flow and continuing to strengthen our balance sheet as we get into our exploratory phase in late 2015, 2016 in Guatemala.
What do you think about the gas situation? The gas has been doing well for the last little while. It hasn't been like that for a long time, so the gas was not really good. And right now everyone is back into producing gas, so we may come back to the past effect just before. And I do have it here somewhere. If we look at the gas situation, so right now it's been doing nice at the beginning of 2014 here from December to March, and since February the gas situation is quite stable, but still there's a lot of room. When I see the crude oil going up again, I don't see why the gas will not follow, because it still is an energy factor. Is that it's because there are lots of gas on the market, so everyone knows that. What do you think about all of those projects to liquefy the gas and take it where it is and not needed in one part of the world and sending it to the other part of the world? Do you think it is economically realizable?
I think in the long term it is. For us, we see 5 to 6 years out before it starts to be a real factor within the North American market. I think for us what's more material is the displacement of the coal-fired electricity. There's plants in the southern U.S. that are being decommissioned, which means they're never coming back online. That means there's a baseline for natural gas. It's getting rid of some of the lumpy nature and gas pricing from the summer-winter season. It's what I think is creating a firmer floor at $4 plus, I think would be a fair, modest place to be calling it, which we certainly use as our threshold. We use about 425 in MCF as a base number for ourselves. We don't really rely on the spikes of the industry, but we really see these large gas projects being so capital intensive and having material decline rates that the base load for gas is really what's firming up the price, not necessarily the new gas coming on, but it is giving the confidence to the environmentalists and the governments to create policies where coal is going to be displaced long term. And as I am here in Quebec, electricity certainly has its place within the energy market too. So.
Of course, the gas is not as worse as the coal. The coal is the worst type of energy we can burn. We cannot tell that to China that burns the worst quality of coal, but on our side, that's the way it is. So you believe that the coal is the gas is going to replace the coal. That's your.
That's my North American. You know, we're certainly in no position to start. Participating in $20-25 billion projects that are going on in BC, but we see the base load in North America giving us comfort consolidating around the gas industry at the prices we are.
Mr. Betuw, it's very nice. It was fun. I like talking about that. So we'll be keeping an eye on your company. You have a nice chart anyway, and the projects looks very, very nice. Thank you for coming and telling us about your company.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.